Short and sweet today, we finish the Book of Exodus.
Got it. I did go and wash the car because it looked like for some reason it might be sunny today, which is unheard of. It hasn't been sunny for shit. So, but it's gorgeous out today. And now I woke up and then I went back to bed. Yeah. So that was very unlike you. Very unlike you. But for a minute, I was like, I'm going to fucking grip it and rip it today.
Yeah. Yeah.
10:30, bro. 10:30. It's 7:30 right now. I'm going to need 3 hours to recuperate from being you for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like,
why the fuck am I like this?
Yeah. Well, no, I think if you meet my dad, I think you know. It's pretty... there's something that happens to people that have actually been in war, you know? Like... so just, he was this weird, almost pacifist, but, you know.
He was in the Nam? Yeah.
He was in the shit too. He's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Tell me about it.
Only now.
Yeah.
It happened like literally 6 months ago. I had like I've mentioned on here before, like my family, like, my mom kept me away from any type of confrontation, and my dad my dad coached football and wrestling, but wouldn't let me do either. You know, so it's like they were really like, even violent movies or video games weren't really allowed. Like it was, I think they were trying to keep me away from the family path type thing, you know? But, yeah, when the stories have come out, it made a lot more sense, because it was just like, why am I waking up at 4 and fucking starting to run around? You know, early life for Leif was weird. Dude, you know what I've got right here? Check this out.
What? Snooze button?
Cough switch, baby.
Do I need one?
Well, you don't cough as much as me.
Oh, that's right, because you're the one getting one.
Yeah. So it's like I finally...
Oh, I like what you've done there. Yeah.
Oh, you see that shit? Now I don't have to edit as much.
Right. Oh, you can just mute yourself. It's not you're not even going to use it as a cough button. You're going to it's your Leif switch. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I was pumped. And the funny part is like, even though I don't got to be a parent today, I just, you know, it's summertime here for a little bit, so I don't want smoke in the apartment. So I'm going to be eating one of these.
5,000 milligrams?
Yeah. Well, it's 250.
It's 2,500?
250 milligrams in one of these.
Oh, guys. It's at 500, not 5,000?
5,000 because there's like 20 of them in the bag.
Oh, okay. All right, well, so you'll be high in about an hour.
It works pretty quick, actually. I'm so grateful for both of our levels of technological understanding, right? Like, I feel like it's a really good pair that we both really don't know much about.
Oh, like that is just like, it's the magic of the interwebs.
Yeah.
It's the dark arts. That's why.
Yeah, it's like
the devil is pushing us. The devil's really, the devil's actually our first sponsor.
Definitely, according to most of the people I grew up with. Yeah. But motherfucking.
So are you saying that we're getting straight A's?
Is that cool?
Yeah.
That's so badass.
Yeah. This is report card for second semester.
That's so badass. Maybe he'll save us.
He totally just threw it in my face too. I'm like, hey, you should think about getting a job. He's like, you know, I think about more about education at this time when I left than you did when you were my age. I'm like, now you're just fucking with my emotions.
Ow, okay.
Dude,
ow.
You couldn't even spell when I met you. You were shitting in your pants. What are you talking about? I cleaned poop off your balls, you little dick. Just like 5 fires it right at me. Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
fucking straight A's, dickhead.
How's those drums working out, Dad?
Oh, I hit stuff. Not the books, I guess, though. Huh?
I keep telling Crosby, like, hey, you know, when you were a baby, it was like me and you, you know, and so like I've changed about 7,000 of your diapers, you know. So when I get old, I expect you to do the same for me. He gets so bad.
He does?
Oh yeah, no. He gets fucking pissed.
It's just a reality we're dealing with.
He's not ready for that.
No, he's not ready. But you know, you can't start that line of that. You gotta front load that reality as quick as possible.
That's what I was saying.
It's early, just in doctrine.
Just when you're 6. Yeah, just like me and Jesus. Yeah. You know you're going to hell if you don't believe in this guy, right?
You know if you touch your penis, it'll fall off.
You know if you touch your penis, God sends you to hell, right?
After he sucks your dick. After his manservant rapes you.
Sorry, Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, she got friendly with Gabriel. We don't know, but we read the story.
Well, I thought it was Gabriel just showed up and apologized and kind of smooth things over.
Right. He says the Holy Spirit will come upon you. And so that's like, you know, people assuming that God is going to come upon her. But what if it was just Gabriel? I don't know. This might be the edible kicking in.
And he came upon her?
Yeah, right. Like he was like, no, it's going to be God. Trust me, something will come upon you.
I'm not going to say it again. I already said it. I already said he came upon her.
We're just reading the Bible.
Look, don't shoot the messenger. So the iPad's gone. But,
what happened to the iPad?
It's on its way to Atlanta with my wife.
Hot Atlanta.
Hot? Sorry.
Fucking great place.
If you like 89% humidity, yeah.
If you like rowdiness, yeah. It gets rowdy there.
Where's my... Now, after like 3 weeks in a row of me saying, dude, don't fucking tell me where we are. I leave my app right where it was. I'm not going to know where we are.
Oh, no. Ooh, mine opens to Exodus 33.
Sephora, I think, isn't it?
Sephora. Yeah, it's really helped my complexion.
Yeah. Genesis, let's go. That's the last thing I read.
So I think you have to go back or maybe touch the 3 lines in the upper left corner and then touch Tanakh, which is the first 5 books of the Bible.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Nice.
Lovely.
Well done. What'd you say, 34?
33.
How many chapters are in this book?
40. Do you think we could fucking blaze through it today? Start Revelations next
Fuck
week?
Yeah!
Dude,
Sorry,
I've been reading up on Revelations. You're gonna shit your dick.
Because you never read it before? I'm gonna shit my dick.
Because I've never read it before.
I wanted to make sure I hadn't forgotten anything.
I've read it like 40 times. It's a great book.
You said 34?
33.
Oh, damn, that's a lot. We have 7 chapters to fucking nut on. We have 7 chapters to come upon. So see what I did there. Yeah. All right.
Man, I love this. We're just going in. Bite the pillow.
Yeah.
Fucking. He's going to try.
I'm not trying to fool anybody. Then Yahweh said to Moses, set out from here, you and the people that you have brought up from the land of Egypt to the land of which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, to your offspring I will give it. I will send a messenger before you, and I will fuck? The fuck just happened? I had a little seizure in my mouth right there for a second. I will send a messenger before you, and I will drive out the Canaanites, the Amorites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, a land flowing with milk and honey. But I will not go in your midst, since you are a stiff-necked people, lest I destroy you on the way. So I've got good news and bad news. Now I'm gonna set you up in this place, but you guys are such fucking pricks. I can't stand to be in your goddamn presence. So you're kind of fucking on your own once you get there. And don't fuck this up, you stiff-necked pricks.
Yeah.
Dude.
He might be right too, you know, like it's not like they've shown their much decorum so far through this book. They're just constantly blaming him.
I cannot fucking stand you fucking people. Just think of how I treat the fucking people that aren't my chosen. I don't like people. Case in point, you fucking stiff-necked dickheads. You shit dicks. Lest I destroy your shit dicks on the way. When the people heard this harsh word, they went into mourning, and none put on finery. Yahweh, that's hysterical. Look. I'm doing all I can here, but I fucking hate you people. That's so good. Look, I would go with you, but I'm not going to because I don't like you. Is that cool?
Yeah,
I don't like to be around you. I don't like your smell. I'm not really into your look or really kind of how you talk or really anything about you other than I wish you were dead most of the time. But I know I promised your fucking parents some shit, so
I won't hang out. I won't hang out so I'll get angry and accidentally kill you.
Smite the fucking lot of you. Wither you into a turd on the lawn.
Like you said, this is God's chosen people.
Seriously.
So this is the chosen people.
Dude, seriously, right? When the people heard this harsh things, they went in the morning. Yahweh said to Moses, say to the Israelite people, you are a stiff-necked. He's like doubling down. Look, tell them. They're fucking cunts. Not into cunts. Moses said to Yahweh, say to the Israelite people, you are a stiff-necked people. If I were to go in your midst for one fucking second, I would destroy you. Now then, leave off your finery, and I will consider what to do to you. Cunts.
Consider what to do to you.
What, like, so what was the last thing we read?
It was God giving all like the
commandments.
Well, commandments were right before that. Then he was like setting up the tabernacle, like he was setting up.
Right.
Remember,
how
it's like
how to worship,
yeah,
how to worship, and what to do with the pig's blood.
Yes, pig's blood. Right?
And and so the next thing he says is like, okay, now that you've got how to worship me sorted, I want to let you know I'm never going to be there because I don't fucking like you. You're a bunch of fucking shit dicks.
But for real.
So what I'm going to do now is before I get any angrier, I'm going to fuck off and I'm going to figure out what the fuck to do with you fucking people.
Right. Right.
Wow.
If you remember, there was that one conversation too right before this with Moses and God, where Moses is like, everyone's just going to say that you brought these people out to the desert to kill them because, you know, he's like...
He had to talk them out of it because he was about to. He was holding their head underwater, right? He's like, no, fuck these people. Dude, they're going to just... That doesn't look good for your je ne sais quoi.
From a PR standpoint, Yahweh.
It's kind of off brand. I mean, it's not, but you want that to seem off brand. Right. And apparently it's totally on brand.
Very much so.
Wow. So the Israelites remained stripped of their finery from Mount Horeb on. Now Moses would take the tent and pitch it outside the camp, some distance from the camp. It was called the tent of meeting, and whoever sought Yahweh would go out to the tent of meeting that was outside the camp. Whenever Moses went out to the tent, all the people would rise and stand at the entrance of the tent and gaze after Moses until he had entered the tent. And when Moses entered the tent, the pillar of cloud would descend and stand at the entrance of the tent while apparently God spoke with Moses. When all the people saw the pillar of cloud poised at the entrance of the tent, all the people would rise and bow low at the entrance of each tent. Yahweh would speak to Moses face to face as one. I thought he couldn't be face to face. You can't look at me, else you burn.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing.
The inerrant word of God, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yahweh would speak to Moses face to face, although, 3 chapters ago, he said he couldn't do that because he would burn alive, as one person speaks to another, as he said already. And then he went on, fuck this guy. And he would then return to the camp, but his attendant, Joshua, son of Nun, serving as deputy, would not stir out of the tent. Moses said to Yahweh, see, you say to me, lead this people forward, but you have not made known to me whom you will send with me. Further, you have said, I have singled you out by name, and you have indeed gained my favor. Now, if I have truly gained your favor, pray, let me know your ways, that I may know you and continue in your favor. Consider, too, that this nation is your people. These people you fucking hate, they're your people. You made them so.
Your team.
Your team.
Your team.
Dude,
dog.
look at the jerseys. They got the red unis on. They got the rock uni, black shoes, black stretch jeans, black t-shirts. This is your band. Jeez, they've been dyeing their hair black now. We're in the desert. And he replied, unless you go in the lead, do not make us leave this place. For how shall it be known that your people have gained your favor unless you go with us, so that we may be distinguished, your people and I, from every other people on the face of the earth? And Yahweh said to Moses, I will also do this thing you have asked, for you have truly gained my favor, and I have singled you out by name.
Damn.
He said, oh. He said, oh. He said, oh. Oh, let me behold your presence. And God answered, I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim before you the name Yahweh, and the grace that I grant, and the compassion that I show.
As you were.
T-burp. Continuing, but you cannot see my face for, this is what we read. Remember, this
right.
is like, but we didn't, I don't know why we didn't get that part earlier about how he can't fucking stand them.
I know.
Whatever. It's great.
Yeah. So,
but you cannot see my face, even though we were just talking face to face. For a human being to not see me and live. And Yahweh said, there's a place near me. There's a place near me. Christopher Walken all of a sudden there. Station yourself on the rock, and as my presence passes by, I will put you in a cleft of the rock. And we read that part. Okay, so 34. Yeah, but what? Then I will take my hand away, and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen.
Some booty, some God booty.
Yeah. Yahweh said to Moses, carve 2 tablets of stone like the first, and I will inscribe upon the tablets the words that were on the first tablets which you shattered. Be ready by morning, and in the morning come up to Mount Sinai and present yourself there to me on top of the mountain. No one else shall come up with you, and no one else shall be seen anywhere on the mountain. Neither shall the flocks and the herds graze at the foot of this mountain. So Moses carved 2 tablets of stone like the first, and early in the morning he went up on Mount Sinai as Yahweh had commanded him, taking the 2 stone tablets with him. Yahweh came down in a cloud and stood with him there, proclaiming the name Yahweh. Sorry. Yahweh passed before him and proclaimed, Yahweh, Yahweh, a God, compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in kindness and faithfulness.
What?
Extending kindness to the 1,000th generation, forgiving iniquity, transgression, and sin, yet not remitting all punishment, but visiting the iniquity of parents upon children and children's children, upon the 3rd and 4th generation. Moses hastened to bow low to the ground in homage and said,
that's not real. Like, he's just threatening to kill them the chapter before.
Yeah, but he's God. So you gotta grease the wheels.
It's like some weird celebrity. You gotta like lie to them all the time.
Well, he's a God, right? I mean, like he's saying, like Moses is saying, this isn't the only God around. These aren't the only people, Like this is Have you seen The Magicians?
No.
You like Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Oh, there's like 5 seasons, dude. You're stoked.
Okay,
It's basically what we're talking about here. It's like when they, it's like Harry Potter for adultish, and it's more, it's less English and more New York,
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty great. But there are gods, and there are sub gods, and there are tricksters, and there are, you know, incubuses. I don't even know what that is, but whatever.
A bean that sucks your soul out?
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's sort of like well, magic's real. It's sort of like what we do in the shadows, only a little less tongue in cheek.
I fucking love that shit. That show rules.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new episodes. Okay. So Exodus 34, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moses just blowing smoke up God's ass. Moses hastened to bow low and ground to the ground in homage and said, "If I have gained your favor, O my Lord, pray, let my Lord go in our midst, even though this is a stiff-necked people. Pardon our iniquity and our sin and take us for your own." God said, "Fuck! I hereby make a covenant with you fucking stiff-necked people. Before all your people, I will work such wonders as have not been wrought on all the earth or in any nation. And all the people who are with you shall see how awesome are Yahweh's deeds, which I will perform for you. Mark well what I command you this day. I will drive out before you the Amorites, Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. Beware of making a covenant with the inhabitants of the land against which you are advancing, lest they be a snare in your midst. No, you must tear down their altars, smash their pillars, and cut down their sacred posts." Oh, all right. So now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, huge.
This is probably what the Catholics are all up in arms about, right? This is
yeah, possibly Jesus.
No,
right?
no. I mean the part where they like go out and root out your religion and make you bow down to their God.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I was wondering when that was going to come up.
It gets more intense too.
Yeah. You must tear down and cut down their sacred posts, for you must not worship any other God, because Yahweh, whose name is impassioned and is an impassioned God. Read.
In NIV, it says jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. You must not worship any other God, because Yahweh is an asshole, and I'm an asshole God. You must not make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, for they will lust after their gods and sacrifice to their gods and invite you, and you will eat their sacrifices. And when you take wives into your household from among their daughters for your sons, their daughters will lust after their gods. What does that word mean?
Lust?
Yeah.
Like, let's look it up so I actually know.
Because from what we know of women and gods, a bone china, my friend, a bone china.
34.
Let the God come upon them again. Oh. Sorry.
That's so fun. That's so fun. His daughters with their gods and play the harlot.
Oh, you know what that lust and harlot?
Okay.
What does harlot mean? How does that?
Someone who gets paid for sex. But it only one occurrence of this, which is here, Exodus 34:16. Interesting. So let me see what 34.
But before this
15.
book, no, because it said, doesn't it say that in Genesis that the gods lusted after the human women?
I don't know if it's not the same word, obviously.
The divine creatures lusted after the
divine beings. Yeah.
Oh no, the divine beings were the spawn.
Mm-hmm.
There were divine beings on Earth, and they lusted after women, and married some, and the offspring were called the Nephilim.
It's true. Okay, well,
it's true.
This is weird. Now it says there's 2 occurrences.
Is one in Genesis?
Well, no, they're both here in Exodus, but I wonder if it would be. It's all play the harlot, though. Of the land, and they and they would play the harlot with their gods. So it seems to be that God is like equating worship with other gods as some type of romantic interaction.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What is? Oh, and I wanted to show you this because I finally found it. I was looking at. Oops, sorry. I was looking all over. I didn't find the original, but I found. Did you see? Did you see that? I'm not going to repeat what I called that picture when I texted it to you. Of Keith, of me and Keith.
Oh, I think so. Let me look back and refresh my memory. Yeah. Look
Some
at that.
Kids right there.
Some fucking kids.
Well, I mean, if kids are 39. You know.
That's you guys when you're 39?
Oh, wait. Sorry. 29. 29.
No,
wait. 30. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, 25 years ago. Yeah. Fuck you. God, Jesus. Whew. That hurts my feelings.
Looking good, though. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, then? It was easy then. Like just barf off your weight, you know? You get to get those abs all tight by fucking dry heaving every morning.
I love Jägermeister.
Come on. No, don't be like that.
You don't like the blackout juice?
I didn't need that. I would just drink regular juice and in a quantity that would make you black out anyway. I didn't black out unless I mixed it with pills.
Oh, yeah? No, I could definitely black out.
I never.
It was a problem.
Yeah, I would only black out with pills, like really big pills.
I got hurt once, got Vicodin, and that's pretty much the last time that I messed with Vicodin because I like it too much.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Yeah. Like, no way.
Yeah. Where were we?
Impassioned God, a covenant.
Harlot God. God who fucks women. God who hates his people. we would also accept God who's an asshole. But this isn't like. Isn't this what he said the first time Moses went up there, and he came back and they were doing exactly what he told them not to, and so that's why he smashed the first tablet?
The stiff-necked thing?
No, the part where he's like going through what you're not allowed to do. Mm-hmm, like you can't, like the molten god, and they had already made a calf.
Yeah.
Are we about to get like? But he already referenced that they smashed the first one, so this is the second time he's going up the mountain.
Yeah, interesting too that no one else is going with him. Remember the first time there was like all the spiritual leaders are with him, you know. Yeah, air quotes. But yeah, so now he's going up by himself. The first one, God fucking wrote the tablets with his own finger. Now Moses is going to have to like chisel them. He's going to have to like he's going to do it himself up there.
Yeah, so. Look, I'm done with the miracles pitch.
Yeah,
get your fucking chisel out. Take notes.
Yeah, old boy can't even be around him without killing him. So that's like,
all right. So where were we? And when you take wives, their sacrifices. When you take wives into your household from among the daughters, no, you shall not make molten gods for yourselves. You shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, eating unleavened. What?
Your favorite.
Whatever. You shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, eating unleavened bread for 7 days as I have commanded you, at the set time of the month for Abib. For in the month of Abib you went forth from Egypt. Every first issue of the womb is mine, from all your livestock that drop a male as firstling, whether cattle or sheep. So didn't we read this?
There's a lot of repeating themes in all these books.
All right. Okay. But the firstling of an ass you shall redeem with a sheep. If you do not redeem it, you must break its fucking neck. And just like kind of leave it there, you know. And if you don't break it right the first time and it's sitting there suffering and twitching, just that's cool. That sort of makes I think that's sort of funny. And you must redeem every male firstborn among your children. None shall appear before me empty-handed, motherfucker.
Jesus.
I want babies' heads. Suck out the brains through the eyeballs. 6 days you shall work, but on the seventh day you shall cease from labor. You shall cease from labor even at plowing time and harvest time. You shall observe the feast of weeks, of the first fruits of the wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering at the turn of the year. 3 times a year all your males shall appear before the sovereign Yahweh, the God of Israel. I will drive out nations from your path and enlarge your territory. No one will covet your land when you go up to appear before your God Yahweh 3 times a year. You shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice with anything leavened, and the sacrifice of the feast of Passover shall not be left lying until morning. The choice first fruits of your soil you shall bring to the house of your God Yahweh. You shall not boil a kid in its mother's milk. And Yahweh said to Moses, write down these commandments, for in accordance with these commandments I make a covenant with you and with Israel, even though you're a bunch of stiff-necked pricks. And he was there with Yahweh 40 days and 40 nights. He ate no bread, drank no water, and he wrote down on the tablets the terms of the covenant, the 10 commandments. So Moses came down from Mount Sinai, skinny as fuck. And as Moses came down from the mountain bearing the 2 tablets of the pact, Moses was not aware that the skin of his face was radiant, since he had spoken with God. Aaron and all the Israelites said that the skin of Moses' face was radiant, and they shrank from coming near him. What is radiant?
It's like glowing.
No, what does it translate to?
Glowing, I believe.
No.
I'll look it up. 100%.
No.
Why, you don't like my answer?
I don't like your answer. Because it was a burn. It wasn't because he was burned.
I think the whole idea is this writer's tried to set apart Moses even more. Like, homeboy can not only talk to God, but when he comes back, he's fucking glowing with the presence of Yahweh. 29. Let's see. Go to the Hebrew, bitch. No, his face shone. Shone. Every other time it's used, it says shone. 3 occurrences, all in Exodus. So, yeah, glowing.
I wanted it to be
cooler. Yeah, me too.
God's a nuclear device.
Yeah, it would be rad, but
we're making our own Bible after this. He was burned on the face by aliens. Afterward, all the they shrank from coming near him. But Moses called to them, and Aaron and all the chieftains in the assembly returned to him, and Moses spoke to them. Afterward, all the Israelites came near, and he instructed them. Afterwards, all the Israelites came near, and he inserted into them. That escalated quickly. And he instructed them concerning all that Yahweh had imparted to him on Mount Sinai. Oh, and when Moses had finished speaking with them, he put a veil over his face. I think Leif's coming up. Whenever Moses went in before Yahweh to converse, he would leave the veil off until he came out. And when he came out, he told the Israelites what he had been commanded.
You still don't like the shone part? He's so bright, he's got to cover his fucking face.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's put a veil over his face. Yeah.
Afterwards, the Israelite came near him, and he instructed them concerning what he was doing. And when Moses had finished speaking with them, he put a veil. Well, he didn't. He was talking to them without the veil. When Moses finished speaking with them, he put a veil over his face. Whenever Moses went in before Yahweh to converse, he would leave the veil off.
Yeah, see, I don't
until he came out. And when he came out and told the Israelites what he had commanded,
the Israelites saw how radiant the skin of Moses' face was. Moses would then put the veil back over his face until he went in to speak with God.
He was trying to save it.
Trying to save that glow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Get that fresh Yahweh skin.
I get it from the convertible a little bit. Can you see? Get a little sun, even through the gray clouds. Same thing. I put the top down. He's basically putting the top down a lot. Put the top down. He's putting the spiritual top down.
Spiritual top down. I just saw that scene in True Romance when the guy's in the Porsche with the girl and the cocaine blows up all over their faces.
Bronson Pinochet. Yeah. Fuck you. I'm not putting that in my purse. You're the one that drives fast. It's a great scene.
Great scene. Great movie.
Have you watched that before?
True Romance?
Yeah.
I try to watch it all the time. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see it until like tour, you know. I didn't see it till my late 20s or 30s, you know.
Dude.
Early 30s, but like, yeah, dude.
The greatest movie ever.
Maybe, right? Like, yeah. I mean, as far as love stories go, I think it's the fucking most badass love story ever.
Yeah, and the cast. I mean, the best scene ever filmed
with Christopher Walken. Yes,
Dennis
isn't
Hopper.
that isn't that a?
Oh my god! Oh geez, I'm so sorry. He just died.
Dennis Hopper.
No, the B squad in that thing is Tony Soprano.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? James Gandolfini.
Mm-hmm.
James Gandolfini is the guy who like cuts Dennis Hopper's hand, or he's just the one sitting there, watching them do their thing. It's fucking Tony Soprano.
Yeah,
like the underling is one of the greatest mob actors of all time, and it's like these should just get the fuck at it.
Didn't Tarantino write that scene too?
He wrote the whole thing, and the only line in that whole scene that's improvised is when Dennis Hopper says, or when Christopher Walken says, "You're a cantaloupe." At the end. That's because even because Dennis like, because you,
yeah,
you're a pot eggplant.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's the greatest. And if that's true, you tell me. Am I lying? Because you.
So powerful.
So good. So good.
What an actor, dude.
Can I have that Chesterfield now?
Yeah, dude. Since we've been talking about this, the only thing I want is a cigarette. I've got I've got a nicotine lozenge in my mouth, and the only thing I want is a cigarette.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Exodus 35. You think we can?
Moses then convoked. It's a good word. Convoked. Moses then. What does that word mean? Convoked.
Let's look it up.
Evoked is to bring forth. Convoked is to bring with. So then convoked, like conjoined.
Up the original. Here's the.
Yeah. Gathered together. Makes sense. Then Moses then convoked the whole Israelite community and said to them, "These are the things Yahweh has commanded you to do. On 6 days work may be done, but on the seventh you shall have a Sabbath of complete rest, holy to Yahweh. Whoever does any work on it shall be put to fucking death.
Jesus.
You shall kindle no fire throughout your settlements on the Sabbath day." Moses said further to the whole community of Israelites, "This is what Yahweh has commanded. Take from among your gifts to Yahweh. Everyone whose heart is so moved shall bring them. Gifts for Yahweh, gold, silver, copper, blue, purple, and crimson yarns, fine linen and goat's hair, tanned ram skins, dolphin skins. Dolphin skins are in the fucking desert, man.
And this is like the fifth time.
And acacia wood.
Been mentioned.
Oil for lighting, spices for the anointing oil and for the aromatic incense, lapis lazuli and other stones for setting, for the ephod and the breastpiece. And let all among you who are skilled come and make all that Yahweh has commanded. Is this going to go through that entire fucking list? The tabernacle, its tents and its coverings, its clasps, its planks, its bars, its posts, and its sockets, the ark and its poles, the cover and the curtain from the screens, the table and its poles and all its utensils, the bread of display, the lampstand, the lighting, its furnishings and its lamps, and the oil for lighting. The altar, the incense and its poles, the anointing oil, the aromatic incense, the entrance screen for the entrance of the tabernacle, the altar of burnt offering, its copper gathering, grating, its poles and all its furnishings, the laver and its stand. The hangings of the enclosure, its posts and its sockets, the screen for the gate of the court, the pegs for the tabernacle, the pegs for the enclosure and their cords, the service vestments for officiating in the sanctuary, and the sacred vestments of Aaron, the priest, and vestments of his son for priestly service. So the whole community of the Israelites left Moses' presence And everyone who excelled in ability and everyone whose spirit was moved came, bringing to Yahweh an offering for the work of the tent of meeting, and for all its service, and for the sacral vestments. Men and women, all whose hearts moved them, all who would make an elevation offering of gold to Yahweh, came bringing brooches, earrings, rings, and pendants, gold objects of all kinds. And everybody who possessed purple, blue, and crimson yarns, fine linen, goat's hair, tanned ram skins, and dolphin skins brought them. Everyone who would make gifts of a silver or copper brought them as gifts for Yahweh, and everyone who possessed acacia wood for any work of the service brought that. And all the skilled women spun with their own hands and brought what they had spun in blue, purple, and crimson yarns and in fine linen. And all the women who excelled in that skill spun the goat's hair. And the chieftains brought lapis, lazuli, and other stones for setting, for the ephod and for the breastpiece, and spices and oil for lighting, for the anointing oil, and for the aromatic incense. Thus the Israelites, all the men and women whose hearts moved them to bring anything for the work that Yahweh through Moses had commanded to be done, brought it as a freewill offering to Yahweh. And Moses said to the Israelites, see, Yahweh has singled out by name Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribal of Judah, endowing him with a divine spirit of skill, ability, and knowledge in every kind of craft, and inspiring him to make designs for work in gold, silver, and copper, to cut stones for setting, and to carve wood, to work in every kind of designer's craft, and to give directions, he said, and to give directions. He and Aholiab, son of Ahishamach of the tribe of Dan, have been endowed with the skill to do any work of the carver, the designer, the embroiderer in blue, purple, crimson yards, and in fine linen, and of the weaver as workers in all crafts and as maker of designs. 36.
What a barrel of monkeys.
Oh, Jesus, seriously. We're at 36, man.
We can do it.
I know. But we're gonna fucking rejoice and celebrate small miracles when we get to the end of this bitch. That's gonna
fuck this book.
Seriously. I mean, it's a great book, but it's like all this fucking like, dude, we get it.
I don't know.
Let then Bezalel and Aholiab and all the skilled persons with whom Yahweh has endowed with skill and ability to perform expertly all the tasks connected with the service of the sanctuary carry out all that Yahweh has commanded. Moses then called Bezalel and Aholiab and every skilled person whom Yahweh had endowed with the skill, everyone who excelled in ability to undertake the task and carry it out. They took over from Moses all the gifts that the Israelites had brought to carry out the tasks connected with the service of the sanctuary. But when these continued to bring free will offerings to him morning after morning. That's a weird ending, isn't it?
Yeah.
They took over from Moses all the gifts. Oh, but when these continued to bring free will offerings to him, all the artisans who were engaged in the tasks of the sanctuary came from the task upon which each one was engaged and said to Moses, the people are bringing more than it is needed for the tasks entailed in the work that Yahweh has commanded to be done. Moses thereupon had this proclamation made throughout the camp. Let no man or woman make further effort toward gift for the sanctuary. So the people stopped bringing. Their efforts had been more than enough for all the tasks to be done. Then all the skilled among those engaged in the work made the tabernacle of strips of cloth which they had made of fine twisted linen. Let me guess, of blue, purple, crimson yarn into these worked design of cherubim. The length of each cloth was 28 cubits, and the width of each cloth was 4 cubits, and the cloth having the same measurements.
It's hard.
I can't want to. They made loops of blue wool on the edge of the outermost cloth of the one set and did the same on the edge of the outermost cloth of the other set. They made 50 loops on the one cloth. They made 50 loops on the edge of the end cloth of the other set, the loops being opposite one another, and they made 50 gold clasps and coupled the units to one another with the clasps so that the tabernacle became one whole. They made cloths of goat's hair for a tent over the tabernacle. They made the cloths 11 in number. The length of each cloth was 30 cubits, and the width of each cloth was 4 cubits, and 11 cloths having the same measurement. They joined 5 of the cloths by themselves, and the other 6 cloths by themselves. They made 50 loops on the edge. We heard about that, of the outermost cloth of the one set. And they made 50 loops on the edge of the end of the other set. They made 50 copper clasps to couple the tent together so that it might become one whole. And they made a covering of tanned ram skin for the tent and a covering of dolphin skins above. They made the planks for the tabernacle of acacia wood upright. The length of each plank was 10 cubits, and the width of each plank was 1.5 cubits. Each plank had 2 tenons parallel to each other. They then did the same with all the planks of the tabernacle. Of the planks of the tabernacle, they made 20 planks for the south side, making 40 silver sockets under the 20 planks.
Fucking Christ, man, right?
2 sockets under one plank for its 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under each following plank for its 2 tenons, and with their 40 silver sockets, 2 sockets under one plank and 2 sockets under each following plank. And for the rear of the tabernacle and the west, they made 6 planks. And they made 2 planks for the corners of the tabernacle and the rear. They matched at the bottom, but terminated as one at the top into one ring. They did so with both of them at the 2 corners.
So, I mean, if you want to know how to make a tent, this is a fucking great book for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made bars of acacia wood, 5 for the planks, 1 of side wall as the tabernacle, 5 bars of plank, another one side tabernacle, 5 bars of plank wall of the tabernacle at the rear and the west. They made center right around halfway the planks from the end again. They overlaid the planks of gold, made the gold rings and the holders and the bars, and overlaid it with bars of gold. They made the curtain blue, purple, crabs, fine goods, bundle, a cherubim. Then they made a football post of acacia wood, overlaid it with gold, and the castle and the 4 silver sockets. They made the screen of the entrance of the tent, and the blue, purple, crimson eyes, the fine twisted linen embroidery. 5 posts and they're hooks. They overlaid on the top of the bed, and the 5 pieces of sockets were of copper.
Yes, we could just do that with the rest of the fucking book.
I'm totally going to.
Okay. Exodus 37.
Bazel made the ark of acacia wood, and 2.5 cubits long, a cubit wide, a cubit high. Over here, laid pure gold inside and out, and gold molding around it. About he cast 4 gold rings about it, and 2 4 feet, and 2 rings and 5 rings, and the side walls, and the 2 rings on the other side. He made posts of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold.
Really?
And inserted the poles of the rings on the side of the wall of the ark of the ark. He made a cover of pure true gold, and 1/2 cubits and 1.5 cubits wide. And he made 2 cherubim of gold. He made the hammered wood, and he had 2 layers of cover. 1 cherubim, and then went on the cherubim, and a piece of covers of 2 ends. Cherubim had the wings, and they spread out over there like a big giant eagle. And then face, he made the tables of acacia wood and 2 long cubits, 1.5 cubits high. He overlaid it with pure gold, covered with cold mowing. And he made a rim of hand's breadth around it. Cast 4 gold rings, attached to the rings corner. The rings were not next to him. And they made the palace, acacia wood, carrying the gold timber, and the utensils. And okay, give me that. Faster. Okay. There you go. Utensils were set upon the table of gold, and libation of order gold. He made lampheads of pure gold. I can't really hear you enough. And I like to keep things in key, but so here. The utensils were upon the utensils of gold.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you play right into the mic so I can hear you? Utensils were made of gold, those laid upon the libation of pure gold. He made lampstands of pure gold. He made the lampstands of pure gold. 6 branches each side of the lampstand. There were 2 cups like almond shaped blossoms, calyx, petals, branch, stuff like that. On the lampstand there south there were 4 cups and almond shaped Boston petals, calyx, 1 piece of underwater, and if you didn't do that, they throw you in jail. Under the last pair of the branches, there were 6 branches all in issue. The calyx is a stem, 1 piece of 1 piece of wire. He made 7 lamps and tongs, and the tongues and spungs and bungs. And he made it all the furnishings of taunt gold, and the incense, and the acacia, and the squares, and 2 cubits, and he overlaid it with pure gold. Overlaid all the goddamn thing with pure gold. You had never seen this goddamn pure gold in your whole fucking life. He made the poles of acacia wood, and you goddamn everybody loves acacia wood. He prepared the sacrifice, and he overlaid it with copper. Expertly blended.
That's so boring. I didn't know what else to fucking do, you know?
That's true. He made the altar from burnt offerings, acacia wood, 5 bits, cubits long, 5 bits. Yeah, these fucking cubits. If I hear one more fucking cubit, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot. So I can't walk into this room and do it again. He made horns for it, 4 concert horns, being 1 big piece, and overlaid with copper. He made utensils, and altar, and pails, and scrapers, and basins, and fresh hooks, and fire paints, and all the utensils copper. He made an altar and grating, meshwork, and copper, and extending all the way below the middle. He cut 4 rings and 4 corners, and knob, and goddamn poles and holes, and more holes you never seen. Poles. Damn it. It's just poles. He made lavers, coppers, stand coppers, mirrors of the women who perform tasks and entrance. God, fucking stop doing that.
Moves around.
Yeah. No, the bottom menu comes up and it jumps ahead.
It's so annoying.
He made an enclosure on the south side of 100
cubits. Wait, what verse are you on though?
9. 38:9.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Enclosure with the 20 posts and the sockets and hooks and the band post over north side 100 cubit 20 posts. 20 posts, socket, copper, the hooks in the band, posts over on the west side, 50 cubits, hanging, hooks, bands, posts over on the front side, east, cubits, hanging, posts, 3 sockets, 15 cubits on hanging, other plank with their post sockets, all the hanging cubits, fine twisted linen, sockets, posts, coppers, silver, enclosure, banded with silver, screen to the gate, enclosure, blue, purple, twisted linen, 20 cubits, height of width, enclosure, post for 4, overlay, top silver, bands, all the pegs, tabernacle, enclosure, roundabout of copper. There were records of the tabernacle pact, which were being drawn up at the mess, bidding the work of the Levites, under the direction of the Ithamar, son Aaron, and the priests. Now Bezalel, son of Abraham, and the tribe of Judah, had obeyed all that Yahweh had commanded. At his side was Oliab, son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan, carver and designer and embroiderer in blue, purple, fuck you. All the gold that was used for the work in all the work of the sanctuary, the elevation offering of the gold came to 29 talents, 730 shekels by the sanctuary weight. The silver of those of the community who were recorded came to 100 talent and 1,775 shekels by the sanctuary weight. A half shekel a head, a half shekel by the sanctuary weight for each one who was entered in the record, from the age of 20 years up, 603,550 men. The 100 talents of silver were for casting the sockets of the sanctuary and the sockets of the curtain, 100 sockets for the 100 talents, a talent a socket. And for the 1,775 shekels, he made hooks for the posts, overlay with their tops and their. Fuck you.
You just read ahead to see if there was more of this.
No, I didn't. When I scroll up on my phone, the bottom menu comes up and it jumps me forward. I have to scroll back until I can fucking find it.
I fucking hate that. Yeah. It's this boring. So
yeah,
you're doing great.
And 1,775 shekels made the hooks posts overlay for their tops and the bands around them. The copper from the elevation offerings came to 70 talent and 2,400 shekels. Of it, he made the sockets for the entrance, the tent meeting, copper altar, and its copper grating, and it's all the utensils to the altar, the sockets of the enclosure round about, the sockets of the gate, the enclosure, and all the pegs of the tabernacle, all the pegs of the enclosure round about.
A lot of pegging.
A lot of enclosure. Of the blue, purple, and crimson yarns, they also made the service vestments for officiating in sanctuary, the fucking effort. Fucking up was made of blue, gold, purple, crimson, fine. Yes, they made it attaching one piece and decorating and spun purple, green, foamy. The board of green, purple engravings, Israel, sons of Israel. They were set on the shoulder, the breastpiece. It was square. They set out 4 rows: the second row, the third row, the fourth row, the Stones, the Beatles, the Who, the Kinks on the breastpiece. Kiss. Alive, Kiss Alive 2. They made frames of gold, attaching 2 golden cords. They did their Jesus Christ pose. And they fastened out the 2 ends of the cord. They made 2 rings of gold. Apparently there was a GG on and someone ate his own shit. They made 2 other rings of gold and fastened them to the front of the ephod. The breast piece was like a Gene Simmons thing, and the cod piece it made it look like they maybe had tiny penises. For the robe, and the ephod was made of woven pure blue. There was a opening in the robe, and we don't even want to talk about that because we know where that goes. That's where the altar boys go. Of the hem, of the robe, of the belts, the hem, pomegranate. They made tunics. They had a headdress. There was sashes. There were frontlets. Frontlets again. We don't want to talk about that. It's gross. This was compelled to work. The tabernacle. They brought the tabernacle, covering the tabernacle, the act of the tabernacle, the pack, the poles, its cover. That's when the faces started melting off, a la Indiana Jones, the pure lampstand, the copper altar, the hangings, the enclosure, the service vestments, officiating, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses, so the Israelites had done all the work. And when Moses saw what they had performed, and it was good, all the tasks as Yahweh had commanded, so they had done, Moses blessed them.
Here we are, chapter 40. We're there, brother.
I should have drank today.
I thought you were.
No,
that's why
no, just
ate
tea.
so much.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is a stone cold crazy, yo. And Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, on the first day of the month, you shall set up the tabernacle of the tent of meeting. Place there the ark of the pact, and screen off the ark with the curtains. Is there some question as to whether the ark contains the 10 Commandments?
At this point, no, that's where they'll go. Mm-hmm. I'm
But
pretty sure they even state it, right?
Well, it sounds like that, but that's what they're. But I thought there was some question as to what might be found in the ark now.
Well, the ark got taken a long time ago.
Don't talk to me like that. By who?
Babylon?
Is it saying?
I don't think. I think it was before the Romans.
Does it say in here somewhere?
I don't think it does say in here. It's just
historically. How do you know it happened?
Because they burned the temple down. In fact,
how do you know?
I know this is probably Rome. I think this is at the end of the Great Jewish Roman War. But the temple mound that the temple sat on was said to be like bubbling, boiling, because they got the fire going so hot they burned it all. So if you look throughout this book, what the rest of the Old Testament will totally back is that Israel just kind of keeps getting conquered over the years. Persia, Rome, Babylon. So every time they get conquered, obviously these people come in and like take everything. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Place the Ark of the Pact, screen off the Ark with curtains, bring in the table and lay out its due setting. Bring in the lampstand and light its lamps, and place the gold altar of incense before the Ark of the Pact. Then put up the screen for the entrance of the tabernacle. You shall place the altar of burnt offerings before the entrance of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting. Place the laver between the tent of meeting and the altar, and put water in it. Set up the enclosure round about, and put in place the screen for the gates of the enclosure. You shall take the anointing oil and anoint the tabernacle and all that is in it, to consecrate it, and all its furnishings, so that it shall be holy. Then anoint the altar of burnt offerings and all its utensils, to consecrate the altar, so that the altar shall be most holy. Anoint.
I'm trying to get this pen to work. Sorry.
Birds. What is that? Pointy birds, a pointy pointy. Anoint my head. Anointy.
I've never heard this before. What is this?
I think it's about getting shit on by birds.
Never heard this.
I think it's Steve Martin. And that's why no one's heard of it, because he's not funny anymore.
I love Steve Martin.
He hasn't been funny for about. I think he stopped being funny right about when Yahweh was talking to Moses. Now he's just resting on his Yahwehan laurels.
And rightfully so. That man put the work in. That man, he can play some banjo.
He was playing
too.
stadiums in the 70s.
Yeah.
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 He had the first crossover comedy hit, right?
King Tut?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That was fucking global, bitch.
Yeah, dude, my dad showed that to me. I even heard that when I was a kid. So
yeah, that's crazy. Anoint laver. You shall bring Aaron and his sons forward. Just to be clear, I had every Steve Martin record. And I'm not dissing past Steve Martin. I'm dissing resting on his laurels present Steve Martin.
And like he should be.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. You shall bring Aaron and his sons forward to the entrance of the tent of meeting and wash them with the water. Put the sacred vestments on Aaron and anoint him and consecrate him that he may serve me as a priest. Then bring his sons forward, put tunics on them, and anoint them as you have anointed their father, that they may serve me as priests. This their anointing shall serve them for everlasting priesthood throughout the ages. This Moses did, just as Yahweh had commanded him, so he did. In the first month of the second year, on the first of the month, the tabernacle was set up. Moses set up the tabernacle, placing its socket settings. I swear to God, if he goes through this whole thing again,
we're so close, bro. We're so close.
Setting up its planks, inserting the bars into fucking erecting points. Posts. He spread the tent over the tabernacle, placing the coverings of the tent on top of it, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. He took the pact and placed it in the ark. He fixed the poles to the ark, placed the cover on the top of the ark, and brought the ark inside the tabernacle. Then he put up the curtain for screening and screened off the ark of the pact, just as Yahweh had commanded Moses. He placed the table in the tent of meeting. God damn it. He placed the table in the tent of meeting outside the curtain on the north side of the tabernacle. Upon it, he laid out the setting of bread before Yahweh, as Yahweh had commanded Moses. Then he put up the screen for the entrance to the tabernacle. At the entrance of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting, he placed the altar of burnt offerings. On it, he offered up the burnt offering, the meal offering, as Yahweh had commanded. He placed the laver between the tent of meeting and the altar and put water in it for washing. From it, Moses and Aaron and his sons would wash their hands and feet. They washed when they entered the tent of meeting and when they approached the altar, as Yahweh had commanded Moses. And he set up the enclosure around the tabernacle and the altar and put up the screen for the gate of the enclosure. When Moses had finished the work, the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the presence of Yahweh filled their tabernacle.
Oh, we're so close.
Moses could not enter the tent of meeting because the cloud had settled upon it, and the presence of Yahweh filled their tabernacle. When the cloud lifted from the tabernacle, the Israelites would set out on their various journeys. But if the cloud did not lift, they would not set out until such time as it did lift. For over the tabernacle, a cloud of Yahweh. Damn it. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay.
It's like the last four.
I know,
words.
but I got it. This is Jeff. God, of course, right? Like the last fucking sentence. But if the cloud did not lift, they would not set out until such time as it did lift. For over the tabernacle, a cloud of Yahweh rested by day, and fire would appear in it by night, and the view of all the houses of Israel throughout their journey. Wait.
Boom.
Wait.
That's it, bitches.
For over the tabernacle, a cloud of Yahweh rested by day, and fire would appear in it by night, in the view of all the houses of Israel throughout their journeys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck that book. But like,
I mean, it's not as bad as the fucking Begats. I guess it is. It's actually worse. But Begats are harder to pronounce.
Yeah, the Begats are rough, and there's whole books of it, you know.
Yeah.
So like, but like, I mean, there could be like that. That's why I like this angle that you don't like of cherry picking the Bible, and taking these stories more like metaphorically, and like taking them as like like there's maybe a lesson inside. Because like for me, it's so strange that look how much we just read about setting up a tent.
Yeah.
You know, so take this literally. You know, think this is God handing you down instructions from on high, and like what
about camping. You know, but for me, it's just like, you know, if we're gonna do it, I want to do it. I want to read the whole thing. Yeah. Like it's at least this book. I don't.
Yeah,
I can guarantee you, I'm not going to want to read the whole New Testament.
I think you will. I think you
wrong.
will.
I think you're wrong.
I think you will. Dude, I know it's weird. I know, like we definitely catch some flack from fundamentalists about it, but I think this book is it's pretty rad actually.
Which one?
The Bible. These 66 books. Well, it's for me, it's better if you do read them all, so you can kind of call out the bullshit.
Right, that was
because yeah. But the more you read about it, there are like Job is badass. Actually, to be honest, Proverbs is fucking amazing. If you read, there's 31 Proverbs and they're very short. So if you read like one of those every,
I like Proverbs earlier stuff, but I'm not really into their newer stuff.
Yeah, Genesis. I like Genesis earlier shit. Yeah. But like even Revelation's about to blow your fucking mind, dude.
Everything after Abacab is just like kind of it's commercial, you know, pandering.
Revelations is pretty late. It comes a lot later.
Nice.
Yeah, but
right,
like,
so I have my kid. He's home. School's done. I gotta go.
Yeah. So yeah, we fucking killed it.
We did it. We got it fucking done. And now are you starting them up yet?
I don't know. I've been smoking the pen, but I don't really feel too much.
The fucking 200. Oh, it's 250 milligrams. You don't feel shit?
Not really. I mean, I feel like my body feels nice. Like I might go run sprints, but
yeah,
no, not weird, huh?
It's awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to figure out Dave though. Let's say goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, let's say goodbye to everyone.
All right.
Love you all.
Thank you.